So you think you'll get it recorded this time? People
I'm
can see our
recording
video?
it. Yes.
He is the wind, she is the wave, and together they make up the band they call the wind and the wave. They're not related, they're best buds, they're BFFs for life, hashtag BBIT dubs. It's the Dwight and Patty Show. It's the Dwight and Patty Show. It's the Dwight and Patty Show. It's Dwight and Patty.
Hello, welcome to episode 4 of the Wind and Wave presents the Dwight and Patty Show podcast.
Yeah. As you can see, I got my background up.
And I got my background up, and if you'll notice,
Hey,
it's starting to look more and more similar in here, like we're
I
almost
do have a
professional.
question, though. How do you have yours hung up?
I have it tacked to the wall, and then on
Okay.
the other side, I have it bungee corded so it can be tight to the
Okay.
the other wall. Because
Okay.
the
So,
tight is the thing. The tightness is the thing.
right. Okay. So mine is currently just tacked to my ceiling.
Right.
So there's,
Maybe tack it where it's just wider, where it's taut.
Thank you. I'm going to order some hooks. And
Yeah,
I'm
that would
screwing
work
those
too.
into the,
Then you
that
can
way
take
all
it
I
up
have
and
to
down.
do is hook. Yeah.
Yep. That sounds brilliant.
I also got one of these in. Look at this.
Oh my God. You're so fucking official now.
Like high tech.
Well, and look how much better it sounds. I don't know if you can hear yourself on your end.
No,
But
I can't. I will.
we got to
though.
figure that part out. But man, it sounds so much better that it's up near your mouth, which by the way, I've gotten some complaints via DMs about the size of my mic and if I'm making up for something with the size of my mic.
No,
And I would like to answer that in a few ways. No, packing heat. 2, this mic is here because I'm working on Wind and Wave demos. That's the only reason it's here. I actually do want a smaller mic like Patty has. I think it would be a little more consistent for us, and I will handle that.
Your mic looks super pro, though.
Well,
It's
pro
fancy.
for like, it doesn't look very podcasty. I think people are used to seeing like your type of mic where your whole they want to see my face. Here, is that? I mean, that's
well,
my
just like
fucking face.
reposition the microphone.
I can't. The way this mic works to hear me, it's kind of got to be where I have it. That's about.
I can see enough of your face.
Of,
I don't know what they're talking about.
Dude, you see all the good parts. You see the glowing blue-green eyes that change with what I wear. You see the COVID beard, but it also looks kind of rad. You see the unkempt but Brad Pittish hair put together like a 70s star. And you see enough. You see the tat popping through.
Yeah, like I said, I can see enough. That's fine for me.
Where you find me devastatingly handsome is what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So in this week's terrible headlines, but this one actually is right. I'm reading, it says consumer and hospitality sectors of Austin, which Austin has 1.2 million people, to let everyone know who doesn't live here in the Metroplex area. More than 260,000 jobs lost to COVID. That's just in the consumer and hospitality sectors.
Yeah.
Austin stands to see 275 potential job losses. City revenue lost between 40 million and 57 million.
It's a lot.
I mean, so that's bad. I mean, that's just bad, period. That's bad business right there. And I feel for, again, if you know a waiter or a bartender or a salon owner or a anything, reach out to them on Venmo and give them a $5 tip for the food or the drink that they'll bring you in a month. Also, in other COVID news, well, I always got to do like a little 3-minute and then we're out of it. Wuhan, which is the city where it allegedly started, who knows? It's where the first big outbreak was, has lifted its lockdown for the first time in 76 days. So they're back open again and doing business.
You know how they were saying that it came from like animal markets or
Bat maybe, yeah.
something. I saw something that said like those are open again and operating again or something. I don't know if
Well,
that's true.
the Chinese government finally banned those, and the Western countries have been trying to get them to ban those for a long time. But you got to understand culturally how intrinsic those are to that region. I have
I don't.
Asian Americans and full Chinese. My brother married a Chinese woman, and so I have some access to that, some knowledge on that, and that is as ingrained into their society as anything. The freedom to kind of cook weird shit and hunt weird shit and make weird shit. It's also medicines to them and all kinds of things. So I know the Chinese government is now realizing, okay, we can't have these things, but to actually enforce that is going to take some time.
Yeah.
You know, the good thing is they're in a good thing. The thing is they're in a totalitarian sort of government, and they can accomplish things differently, just like they did with locking down Wuhan for 76 days, no one in or out, that we can't. So I'm assuming that if they want to eradicate those, they can, and they will.
Yeah. Is that a good thing?
Well, I mean, let me just put it to you this way. It's very racist for us to, and I don't say the word racism lightly because I think it's an overused word, but it's very racist for us to want them to close their markets when, for instance, swine flu, H1N1, which infected 5 billion people and killed like 1.5 million people during its epidemic that we don't talk about, pandemic that we don't talk about, and I don't email me on those numbers. It's something like that. I'm either, it doesn't matter. I'm close. Either way, that started in, I think, in Arkansas, a pig farm. So,
really?
Yeah, it's like you've driven with me through Vacaville, California, and places where there's so many cows that the smell and the stench, or in Nebraska where we got stuck, where the smell is so overwhelming.
Like it stings your eyeballs.
Yeah, and disease is bred there too. And we have done it. We have started our own coronavirus flus with our own wild animals or farmed animals in close captivity ourselves. So unless we're going to examine all of that, it's kind of what I would prefer to see our country do in the future, and hopefully we learn from stuff like this, is to prepare and have testing ready to be able to ramp up quickly, to have the number of tests to do what China and South Korea and the other countries did, that were able to get on top of this a little bit, which was do a fuck ton of testing right away. That's very quick turnaround on results. And then you can know who has it, lock them down, just like we are right now, until they feel good, and then they've passed the symptoms, retest them twice, they're good, they're back into society. That's the way we need to handle this going forward. But anyway, so that's it on the COVID talk, unless you have some shit to say about it.
I don't, and I will try really hard not to talk about it throughout this episode. It's so hard not to talk about it, because what else is there to talk about? But
that's why I try to start with it. I try to start with it because I realize, some people come to this from just the lighthearted stuff, but I also like to spread some joy. And here's some joy I'm going to spread right now from another headline I saw today.
Okay.
Here's the headline. Pandas finally mate after 10 years when zoo shuts down during pandemic. So these Ying Ying and Ling Ling, or whatever their names are, the two pandas that are some of the two last, I guess, of this type or whatever. A zoo in China has been trying to get its two pandas to mate for a decade. On Monday, it finally happened. In Hong Kong, Ocean Park in Hong Kong has been shut down amid the coronavirus pandemic. And while there haven't been guests around, there's still animal care staff around to keep an eye on the pandas Ying Ying and Li Li. It might be Lele. In a press release, the park said the two pandas have attempted to mate over the last 10 years but weren't able to succeed. Thanks to years of trial and learning, the two accomplished the goal and just might become new parents in the future. How cool is that?
Aw, they just needed some privacy.
That's what I think it is. They're just not into the looky-loos, man. They like to bang in private with the lights off. They're just not into their tubby bodies, and they just want to, they needed some privacy. But I thought that was a pretty cool headline, and I liked the idea of finally people not coming to that zoo and the Chinese pandas just being like, "You want to fuck?"
Let's get it on.
Yeah. You know, kind of like you and your husband are doing.
Sometimes.
Kevin's told me you've thought you're pregnant every month for like the last 4 months, and every time it's just been your menstruation period.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember when you first said I'm gonna get pregnant. We're thinking about getting pregnant, and then like 2 weeks later, you were like, I'm definitely pregnant, and I was like, no, you're not, and you're like, no, I definitely am. I'm super fertile. I'm definitely pregnant. So, you know.
I mean, we've been off birth control for over a year.
Yeah. But you haven't just been plugging it.
No, right. No. We've been employing other methods.
Right. The pull and pray. Yeah, the pull and pray is what my wife and I practiced, and we have a 13 and a 17-year-old. So, you know, maybe you'll get lucky. Let's see. I have emails. We can do those.
Perfect.
Do you have anything else you would like to? I mean, what's been going on? What you been doing? Just it looked like y'all redid your entire garden, or path, or something.
No, well, that was our rent house. We were over at the rent house yesterday. Yeah, that wasn't our place.
He told me you're having to find new tenants too. I wasn't aware of that.
Well, I think it's kind of up in the air right now. So our tenants messaged us and they were like, hey, we're thinking about, I think they both work for the same company and they're good friends, and they're thinking about going to a West Coast office. So they were inquiring about whether or not it's possible to leave a couple months early.
Right.
But I reviewed the contract, and there's actually nothing in the lease about breaking the lease, which is
y'all don't
odd.
have you need to rewrite that where you at least have like pay an extra, like for instance, I've gone to month on my dad's apartment.
Yeah, well, we just don't have an option for breaking the lease. It's like you pay from this date to this date, and that's it. So I think that's why they were asking, because there's no clause about breaking the lease. So they've been such great tenants that I'm willing to make a compromise and let them go a little early. I just need to figure out what we're gonna do with the place.
Yeah, my dad's is you take I have to tell them, and then I pay 2 more months. Period. No matter when I tell them, I pay 2 months after that, and even if he leaves that day.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. I don't mind that. That makes sense to me in terms of finding a new tenant and everything. That gives them 60 days to do it. You know. Well, I mean, to me, would you like my opinion?
Yeah,
I think y'all should move there, because I believe it's a family place. You can start to redo all the little projects that are there. The house you have currently of your second house, because you're a house mogul, the second house you have is cute and ready to be rented, and it will rent for a nice price. And it's really nice the way you have it.
I really like this place. It's my baby. Like, I bought the condo that I'm in now. I bought this place without any help from anyone. Right. And so I have it has a special place in my heart, because it's like a real accomplishment for me. Also, I hate moving. I'm not opposed to moving into the other house. It is a little bit bigger. It's got a garage. I think it would be
and a yard.
And well, not really.
Oh, okay.
It's got like this, like it's got like a tiny front yard. It's got a space in the back. The side yard's kind of like a no-scape, but it takes a lot of maintenance because weeds grow. So we're planning on redoing that entire side yard. I'm not opposed to moving into the house. I just don't know if we'll be able to fully cover the nut here, because the HOA is like $300 and we don't really get anything out of it. So that's $300 on top of our mortgage here.
When you know the other people are leaving, what you could do, and because I ultimately, I think you think that if you have a child, you're going to move to the other place. Am I right about that?
That's the plan.
Right. So my thought is, just in the same way that you've gotten all these projects done at this place, the current place that you bought, by being there, I think you'll get the other one to a place where it's your baby also, like where it's a special place, and you'll get the backyard nice. You're too obsessive compulsive not to get that the way you want it. And then it would be ready when you finally did have a baby. But I don't think it'll ever get that way till you're over there. That's just my thought on process on it.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to moving over there. Just need to figure out
anyway, what I was going to say is you could
with this place.
Right, you could, the second you know the other people are going to be out, you could put it up for rent, the current place you're in, for a price that would pay you what you need out of it, and see.
Yeah.
Because it's a 2-bedroom, even though one's small, it is a 2-bedroom with a great kitchen.
I mean,
so
yeah, it's a really cute place, perfect for one person or 2 people.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
Point being, maybe if you looked and put the rent up, especially post all of this stuff, maybe you'd get more than you thought.
Yeah, it's true. There's also the possibility of maybe selling it. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
The unit
and then
next
just putting
door,
that money into a remodel or whatever you need to do with the other place. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably have equity you could just pull out to do that as well and keep it. I mean, rental properties is something, it's just so nice to own real estate. It's the only thing that goes up in value every year.
Yeah.
Investment wise.
Dude, I know. I mean, we bought this place for under 200,000. I think it was like 187 or something. The unit next door just sold a few months ago for 210. And there's a unit selling up in the front right now for 223.
Exactly.
And we've been here for almost 4 years. It's just crazy. So
exactly. That's my whole point. That is, you can't, I mean, if it's me, I hold on to it because that area where you are too is going to blow up and get rebuilt also, just like everywhere else in Austin. It just moves that way. So now it's moving past Northwest Hills and it'll right into you.
Yep.
Let's see. You want to do some emails?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Can I show you something really quick?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I did have one more thing too. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I got this rotary phone. How cute
is
this
sick.
phone?
You're going to do the banana. You're going to do the banana.
We also, Sally's coming over tonight and she purchased some like fake bananas. So we're going to replace this with an actual banana. And
is that how you're going to take the calls?
This is how we're going to take our calls or listen to our voicemails, which I have that set up now too. So it's all coming together.
Nice. You're going to totally disregard our podcast, but that's okay.
No.
Didn't get it recorded the other day. Didn't get the video done.
That was just
late on the upload today. I'm just saying. Okay. Would you like to? So first off, I thought Sarah Silverman was an LA lady. Did you think Sarah Silverman lived in LA?
Mm-mm.
Okay, she does live in New York. I thought she was an LA lady. But she did a post today about, I guess all New Yorkers every morning are going out with their pots and pans and howling and potting and panning for all the morning emergency workers going to work and walking to work and everything.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's kind of hard to hear except for hers because she's loud as fuck, but. You hear it back there?
I can hear it a little. Yeah, I can hear it. Yay. That's sweet.
So anyway, I wanted to play that also. I thought that was good.
I was talking to my mom yesterday and she wants to come over here next week. She asked me if she could come over here next week. And I don't know.
Or has she been doing child care? Has she been isolated or has she been doing child care? Like
what do you mean child
teaching
care?
Or I don't know. I know she's
not teaching. Schools are not in session.
I didn't know. It seemed like your mom would volunteer at a church or something.
Yeah, she would. No, she's been at home. She's just been going out and walking at parks and stuff. I don't know when the last time she went to a grocery store was. I think it was last week. So, but she's in the house with my dad, and I don't really think my dad is doing all the things that we're doing. And if you're in a house with someone who's not really, then you're not really either. So
You
I'm
got to
not
do what
sure.
you're comfortable with. You got to do what you're comfortable with.
I
Period.
don't even know what I'm comfortable with.
Right.
I'm just like trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
But I don't
agreed.
want to hurt.
That's everybody.
I know. I just I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Would you be willing to meet her in a park where you guys could keep some distance? Because then you're still doing what you can do, and she just wants to see you.
Yeah.
You could drive halfway, find a
Yeah.
park, bring the dog, keep your distance, take a walk, go home. That might be best.
Yeah. We'll see. I just don't want to ruin my quarantine. I just don't want to mess up my situation over here, because I get to go to the Rumsey house every day right now if I want to, and I don't want to compromise that.
Yep. Okay, so the first message is from Adina Siren, which that's her real name. Wow. Adina Siren.
What does she do?
Adina Siren?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's in it. It's something you think is not true, but she's in Zeus's court. She is. She leads an elite group of sirens under the sea to protect Zeus from all of his enemies.
Okay. Like a mermaid?
Well, I mean, kind of, but a siren, yeah, kind of.
I guess I don't know what a siren is.
Well, let's make sure I'm not being fucking stupid and look it up. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, okay. A number of women or winged creatures whose singing lured unwary sailors onto rocks.
Oh,
but
it
they're
is
also
like a mermaid.
elite. Yeah, but they're also an elite fighting force that protects Zeus, just so you know. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, her email is, "Hey guys, thanks for starting season 2. I love your Stereophonics cover of Dakota. Whose idea was it to pick that Stereophonics song? What did the band say when they heard it? And what was it like doing a cover of a band you admire so much? I'd be intimidated as hell. Much love, Naomi," which is weird that her name is Naomi, but her thing says Adina Siren. Okay, I'm not even going to harbor a guess as to what's going on there.
Maybe she's trying to cover up that she's a siren.
Right, it's a cover. She forgot to change the title of her email. Right, it's a cover. Okay, Naomi. I mean, Adina. I mean, Naomi. What are your answers to those questions?
I believe you decided to do that cover. I believe you decided
I don't
to
remember.
Do it. I
think our publishers were asking us for more covers. It made sense to do that one for the band, because we were about to go on tour with them, which we knew, but no one else didn't know. What did the band say when they heard it? Kelly told us he liked it, right? We didn't really talk to the rest of the band about it. He's like quality or something, some British like quality or brilliant or whatever.
He was like ace, mate.
Ace, yeah, or some shit like that. What was it like doing a cover of a band you admire so much?
It was the same as doing any other cover. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was cool that I got to send it directly to him. That I don't always get to do that.
Yeah, it's Kelly's a peer of ours, even though he sells, gazillions more records than we do. Patty and I are, top 1% professional goddamn touring musicians, and he's a peer of ours, so it's not intimidating for us to do covers. It doesn't bother me to do I'm not intimidated or to do anybody's song. You know what I mean? Is it gratifying when they like it? Sure. I mean, when we heard back that White Winged Dove, what's her fucking name?
Mm-hmm.
What's her fucking name?
I don't need to tell you her name.
I've forgotten it. I really can't remember.
Stevie Nicks.
Okay, Stevie Nicks. When she heard it, she liked it, and that was cool. That is cool to know that someone whose songs you love likes your version of their song. Um, and why wouldn't you tell me? I'm 48 years old. My brain farts sometimes. I don't remember shit. Okay.
I did tell you. On
Yeah,
that
but
topic, though, I would like to do, I think I've mentioned this before, but I would like to do more. Are you rolling your eyes at me right now? Why?
because I don't need to tell you. Yes, you do. I didn't know. I couldn't remember it. I couldn't pull it out.
All right. I would like to do more covers of our friends' songs. Like, I would like to cover a song by Bob Schneider and Danny Malone and Billy Harvey and other people.
Maybe after I'm done with this record, I would consider
I know. I'd like to do like a handful of like covers of our friends.
I'm into that. We'll do that between records. How about?
Okay.
Also she says, and then she sends a second email, this Adina Naomi, and she says, "Oh, I almost forgot since it's my first email." And she gives me 3 compliments, which are, you're a very talented musician, and if I ever decide to make an album of my own, I'd love to work with you. 2, you're hilarious and I enjoy your sense of humor. 3, I'm jealous that your hair is far superior to mine. That shouldn't be allowed. I do have a nice head of hair. I mean, even with this gray stripe that grows,
you don't even have like a
more,
receding hairline or anything.
No, I'm blessed, but I do have more.
I thought you didn't like that word.
Fuck, I don't. I am.
Were you saying
lucky.
It ironically though?
Okay. No, I just said it out of like an expression. I am lucky to have the hair that I have, and I am not pleased with how gray it is. I don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it.
Yeah, Kevin said you had a lot of gray. He saw you the other day.
Oh, is that what Kevin said?
He said.
He also said I looked very skinny.
He told me that too. He said, "Hey, Dwight looks really fit." I was like, "Yeah, I think he's still working out, and maybe they don't have a lot of groceries over there right now."
And my wife, I told her that Kevin said that apparently like 3 or 4 times, and she was like, "Okay, shut up. Okay, your boyfriend Kevin told you that you looked handsome. Great." So
he really, by the way, he really enjoyed sitting in the driveway and talking with you for a little bit the other day. He really enjoyed. He like really needed that.
He can drive by anytime, and we'll sit out and talk. I got beer. Well, you know, what do you need to do? Mm-hmm. And we can be in the same pod.
I know. I think our pods can merge now. We're good.
Yeah, we can have some cocktails and cook out. What are we doing?
Let's plan it.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it with the Rumsies too.
Okay.
With the Rumsfelds. We got time for one more email. We still need emails when we wrap up after this one. We definitely need more emails. Okay,
and people can email us at thedwightandpattyshow@gmail.com.
Yeah, should we make a phone number for people to leave us voice messages too? Maybe they just want to leave a message.
Maybe.
I think we should.
Okay, let me figure it all out. I
think we should, because some people, it might be funny. Might be really funny. It'll be different than the ones y'all would get. I think it'll be
obviously.
It could be. Can you imagine Johnny Jones' phone call? And can you imagine Johnny Jones' message? Seriously, think about that for a moment.
Is he as funny though?
I don't know.
On the voicemail,
he sent another email, which we'll get to next week. That's really good. I'm encouraging Johnny to start his own podcast. Okay. This is from Gordon Murdoch. It says, "Hey, guy, Dwight, here's my 3 compliments. These people are really getting how this works, and I'm really appreciating it. Mm-hmm. Corona-free zone. Great choice." He gives me a check mark. Look, he's got – can you see that? I don't know.
No, I can't see it.
Yeah. He's got check marks and stuff. Okay. Nice sneaker collection of what I've seen through the photos. True. My Jordan collection is popping right now, and second this is over, I'm getting more. 3, keeping it on point. You say it with a little light sugaring, and then bang, you move on, kind of thing. Of course, I wouldn't leave out Patty. 1, openness and sharing on a personal level. 2, great voice. It's always great voice somewhere in your compliments. 3, very nice choice of the vinyl color.
Thanks. I'm really into pink right now.
Hey guys, great to have you back for season 2, and sounds like lots of other things coming as well. Been listening to your music for a while now, but late in coming to the podcast. Parentheses, not sure how I missed it. Always happy to help when I can, and just wanted to show you guys some support. Please keep doing what you do. Great listen, and now I watch the podcast as well as listen to the music. Something you said in the last podcast about giving the right amount of fucks to things. I have just finished a book that helps me. You may already know about this book, but definitely worth it if you don't. It's called Mark Manson, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
It's on my list.
Okay.
And
Good
I used to
days.
follow Mark Manson's blog. It's very good.
Okay. Well, he recommends this book. It's a counterintuitive approach to living a good life. And it says, good days, bad days, but music always seems to help in so many different ways. Stay safe and take care. Have a nice day, Gordon. P.S. Also love Dwight's guessing game of people just by their name. How could you forget about Tim Hortons? Ha, ha, ha. Because I'm old and my brain doesn't fire. It doesn't fire the same way it used to. It just doesn't. Okay, take us out, P. We will see you guys next week for 2 more, and we will make sure we video them. Okay? Take us out.
Okay. All right. Thanks for listening, you guys. This has been episode 4 of season 2 of The Wind and the Wave presents The Dwight and Patty Show. Please send us an email. I want to hear from you, whether you have questions, thoughts, comments, or feedback, positive or negative feedback, welcome. The Dwight and Patty Show at gmail.com. Please also leave us a review. You can do that wherever you listen to podcasts, but I guess Apple Podcasts would be best. Consider becoming a patron of the show. You can do that at patreon.com/The Dwight and Patty Show. And we understand if you're unable to monetarily support the show right now or ever, we totally understand because we put this up for free. So you can listen to this for free. But if at any point you're interested in seeing what we have to offer, just go to patreon.com/The Dwight and Patty Show. If you sign up, there's all kinds of goodies that you get immediately. Even if you sign up today, you get like the entire backlog of everything we've made available to our supporters up there. So go check it out. And if you can't or you're unwilling to support us monetarily, you better fucking leave us a review.
Or an email.
And send us an email. And you can follow us on Instagram at The Dwight and Patty Show. So that's it.
So, bye.
Bye.
It's the Dwight and Patty Show. The Dwight and Patty Show. It's the Dwight and Patty